not had an easy series so far. I think he's had a rocky.
It's not an easy tournament.
Very true. Very true. When it comes to this map so far, especially, it is underlined. You know, this is only a couple of rounds, though. Still plenty of time for that to take a turn. That's what we want to see. For now, 5-2. A push is going to come in towards this B site. Dirk has already picked up the first, and he's primed and ready to find another. Not only that, he's got two players ready to swing afterwards, so he can feel pretty comfortable to go out aggressive like this. It's a wide angle. It's not one you're typically going to want to be holding in this sort of scenario, but with this much backup, why not?
Yeah, and the thing is as well, their own wall has meant they can't go anywhere else. So they can't push through, so no one needs to cover it from FNATIC. They're just holding short and making sure that they can't swing through this angle. So again, the time starts to tick, and Izzy has to try and make a play, and that's the problem. If he's not finding the opening for them, there seems to be nothing else.
There's no panic as well. Durka takes that shot, doesn't even dash out of there. Brave with a little bit of a curious decision, walking out.
They've got the spike.
Cruising towards spawn, but they got the trade, they got the spike, and now they've got the round. I mean, there's 13 seconds left, and Glove plays about to be caught. We were talking about Mystic versus Glove in terms of how this early game is going for them. Well, there's a direct comparison.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. Like, of course, players at the top level are always going to be switching their roles, agents, especially when you're on a team like Supermassive Blaze with so many different like sort of stars being put together. But he's one of the curious ones because I believe in his previous roster he was like a Sky Silver player, and then trying to move over. I don't know. From what I've seen so far, it hasn't looked great, even just on an individual level. And I know that, of course, if you're playing like that smoker role, it doesn't always matter. But it does seem to be the case that maybe he's just more caught up in the agent than actually being able to put numbers on the board.
Yeah, I guess this first half, though, we really got to give a little bit more room to him because SMB have had a tough time in getting any sort of foothold in towards these sites. And I think on the attack, Glove is having to be much more supportive, much more removed from the fights, I guess, in terms of getting that utility down. So I can understand it. With the way these rounds have been playing out so far, but we'll see how things continue. SMB have already called this timeout. We discussed it in the previous map. We hadn't really seen a lot, but Gandhi's going to take a moment to chat with his boys now and get SMB all lined up, ready to roll.
Yeah, I think the main worry for them as well is in the game they played versus Ascend, their attack was stellar. Like they had a really good performance, and then going onto the defense, it was a little bit weaker. And sure, like, you could probably argue in the other direction. I think that FNATIC have a really good defensive side of this map. Like, I've enjoyed watching like how they're using all the KO combos alongside other abilities, alongside Sova as well, like to almost get them that early information. The worry, though, is you haven't seen anything since the pistol and second round from Supermassive Blaze. It's, what, 6 rounds in a row now? Like, something has to change.
Unlikely to be in this round with the pistols, but we'll see. The pace change maybe to catch them off guard. SMB starting to make their way towards B have now completely isolated Durka. He's stuck inside of main. That's the operator down and retrievable. They've got a player inside of main who's picking that up. But look at the HP, and with Cyrax falling, that's the retrieved op, and also the only player north of kind of 30 HP. Brave will get a heal up. Oh! Tracing right behind him the whole time is like an action movie. Oh, the shock dart. 26 health now.
Oh god. Yeah, I don't even know what he's going to be able to do in this one. Again, an extra kill would be nice. They're just hoping that maybe someone overextends, tries to bait out of rotation. The fact is, though, over the last few rounds, Supermassive Blaze have basically just done the same thing. They've gone for a B split. They've tried running through that mid push multiple times, and it's no surprise that there has been players watching it. In fact, I correct me if I'm wrong, I think in the last like 3 rounds there has been a 3-man stack on this B site. So I don't know if they're playing a game of chicken with FNATIC where it's like, nah, you won't do that again, but there's no reason for them to change it just because of the amount of information that they're able to get off this double initiator setup. So I almost want Supermassive Blaze to maybe play a little bit slower in some of the early rounds. The problem though is that obviously all of that utility cycles, so FNATIC could just get the information again a little bit later on.
What I don't mind at all is how aggressive they're being up through mid. I think that that's fantastic. They're getting market control in the first 20
Doesn't work,
seconds of
though.
every round. But I mean, the round where Boaster was there and expended all of his utility when he got with a 1 kill, and then they're able to overwhelm him. Like,
Oh, the